As a theater maker, my general approach is that I am absolutely unswervingly committed to the collaborative model for making. And for me, that means that I serve as kind of a guide to the learning experience. I'm very student-driven. I am very committed to creating an environment where students can take creative risks, but there's enough structure where they can fail and get up again and make another choice and try something else. Personal accountability is very much at the center of the way I establish a classroom with my practices and principles and the exercises that we do. Everyone is engaged in driving the creative engine of whatever we're exploring. It's a careful balance of providing students with enough tools in the toolbox. So there's certainly discipline and there is pedagogy and there are techniques that I'm very conscious of how they are moving from one class into the next. What tools are we giving students from the moment they walk through the door that then they learn how to apply more and more as they move through our very specific coursework. And so there's a technique component, there is an ability to understand creating image, and also from an acting standpoint, which is predominantly what my emphasis is, how do you become the vessel for creation? How do you become a more available human being, someone who is self-aware, so that you can also be aware of the story or the character that you are trying to embody. That's a very challenging thing when you take an 18-year-old who is maybe perhaps pretty closed off, even if they've been acting for a long time. How do you understand self? And how do you move away from habits that are not useful to bringing another story to life? So that's one of my big focuses in my pedagogy, is how to get students to put themselves in the work. One of the things I'm most proud of is the way I've approached the first year experience course. And for us, helping a theater or dance major or minor step into a world that is very different probably than the one they encountered in high school in terms of the arts. The profession is very different than what their experiences are when they're doing shows in high school or they're dancing in their studios at home. And so bringing them into the fold as a truly integrated department of theater and dance makers is the first goal. The second goal is to connect them to the world of making. Not just doing productions, but who are the alumni who've come before you? Who are the stakeholders in this community and in this region and in this nation that we can connect you with? How can you see what they're doing as something that is attainable, and maybe envision yourself as a creative beyond just being on the stage or designing? How many ways can you think about this world of making that serves a bigger purpose? The students that we bring into the theater and dance department come from many walks of life, many different experiences, and many different talent levels. And so being open, being a good communicator, an effective communicator with lots of different kinds of students, those students have taught me those skills. How do I see them where they are? How do I invite them forward to where they can be? And what do they need in terms of an environment that allows them to explore fully and safely